Hello, class. My name is Miss Claire, and today I would like to talk to you about the cultural differences in hand gestures. I know that a lot of you think that hand movements are very relaxing. I do too. But what about hand gestures? That's something to think about. Because just like in languages, one word can mean something completely different in another language. Yes. And that also counts for hand gestures. And that's what I'd like to talk to you about today. So please pay attention and make sure that you keep making friends abroad and not enemies. For example, if I say to you that you're doing really well in school, then I say you are very intelligent. In the Netherlands, where I'm from, we say this person is really smart. But if you say that to a French person, they think when you do this, that you say that they're crazy. And that was not what I meant at all. Because when a Dutch person will say you're crazy, they will do this. Are you crazy? Are you insane? Which means, in France again, you are really, really smart. So, that's an example of hand gestures meaning completely something different in a different culture. I believe that in the United States, they don't do this to say when you're crazy or this, but they do this. Yes, that means that person's crazy. Many differences. And I've got so many hand gestures to show you. This will be a really fun class. So pay attention. The next hand gesture that I want to talk to you about is a very common one. And we use it quite a lot. Especially on YouTube. It's this one. We say, don't forget to give it a like. Like, it means you like something, you think it's good. You say good, I'm good, you're good, we're good. I like it. But when you do this in Greece or in Afghanistan or in Iran and even some parts of Italy, if you do this, they think you're saying, up yours. Not so good, no. So when you try to hitchhike in Greece, for example, don't make this hand gesture because, trust me, no one will stop for you. Another one is this sign. Okay. I'm okay. Or this is perfect. Absolutely fine. Very good. Yes. Not everywhere. For example, in France, if you do this, it means zero. You're a zero. You're a loser. So don't do it in France. And in Venezuela, in Brazil, if you do this, and even Turkey, it means a very bad swear word. So it's like raising your middle finger to a person. So don't do that at all. When you try to say peace, peace. Yeah, it's very nice when you're taking a picture. Peace. Don't make the mistake in England, in Ireland, Australia, or New Zealand to twist your hands. No, this is peace. But in those countries, this means the same as like a middle finger. So you don't want to use it this way. Do it like this. The same when you're in a pub in London, for example, and you're ordering 2 beer. This is good. You will get your beer. But if you do it like this, I don't know what you will get. And another nice one is fingers crossed. It means, well, in United States, it means we'll keep our fingers crossed. We hope for something to happen, for something good to happen. And in the Netherlands, I don't know if it's also elsewhere, we also do it behind our backs. We keep our fingers crossed when you tell something you actually don't really mean. Yeah, so you can lie and then you say, I wasn't lying, look at this. Yeah, but if you do this in Vietnam, it's really rude because it makes a reference to the feminine private part. Not a good idea. Nope. So, in Vietnam, don't do this. Another kind of funny one is this one, which means talk to the hand, right? Yes. It's not very nice to say that to a person. No. But in Greece, it's even worse. What this means I would like to rub your face with feces. Yes. In the 4th till 13th century, Greece people were encouraged to rub people's faces, prisoners' faces, I have to say, with feces. Yes, it was a thing back then. So still, if you do this in Greece, that means has a slightly different meaning than we are used to. Talk to the hand. That's good to know, right? And when you do this, it means come here. You can say that to your child, or even in a bar, you do it like, and everyone knows what you mean by it, right? Come here. And you can mean it in different ways, but it means all the same. Come here. When you do that in the Philippines, it's really rude to do that. Yes. People do that too, but only to their dogs. They say, come here, dog, come here. But not to a person. So don't make that mistake when you're on holiday in the beautiful Philippines. Don't do this. If you do this in Japan or Singapore also, you're making a reference to death. So, yeah, Don't do that in Japan or Singapore. Death, it means death. What we sometimes do is we give an encouraging pat on the head of a child. And we mean to say that you're doing good, I'm proud of you, well done, it's going to be all right. It's encouraging. But when you do that in Thailand, it's not done. No, because the head is sacred to Buddhists. And that's because they believe that the spirit, our spirit, lives, hides in our head. So it's not done to touch the head of a person, also not the head of a child. Again, a very different meaning. And what I think especially Americans do a lot is this sign, yeah, or in any other way. This means it's offensive in Italy, Spain, Portugal, Brazil, and Colombia. These are the devil's horns. And when you do this in these countries, behind, for example, a man's back, you're saying your wife is cheating on you. So we think it's a very cool sign. But in those countries, it has a completely different meaning. You don't want to do this to an Italian. No, not unless you know more about their wives, of course. Then a very favorite one of the Italian people. Yeah, they got a lot of hand gestures, and I love them. I wish I was used to using these hand movements, these hand gestures that Italians use. There are so many. It's so funny. You could be able to have a complete conversation with an Italian person without speaking Italian. You would be able to understand him or her because of their hand gestures. But you have to know what they mean. For example, this one, it means they often say something when they make this movement. But I don't know what that is. But what they mean by that is, this is not interesting. You're not interesting. I'm not interested or whatsoever. Yes. But when you do this in France or Belgium or Tunis, it means I'm lost. I'm lost. So, again, a different meaning. It's funny, right? Yes, I love this. And, oh yeah, this one. Yeah. Well, when we do this, we have got this simple, silly joke. And it's actually to entertain kids, to break the ice with a small kid. You just grab their nose and you have it between your fingers. Well, it doesn't work for me because of my nails, but you grab their nose and you say, "Oh, I got your nose." And then they're like, it works every time, or at least they think it's funny. But when you do this in China or in Russia, you are not making friends. I don't know if kids will know this because it means something like a middle finger. Yes, it's really offensive. So probably the kids won't know what this means and the adults will be really offended. So don't do it to a Russian person or a Chinese person. Don't. And the last two that I got for you is this one. I'm watching you. I think we all know what it means, but it's not how we do it in the Netherlands, in Latin America, or in Italy. We do, I'm watching you. Yes, so not this one, watching you, but this one. I actually like both of them. I think they're very funny, especially this one. And lastly, when you think the food is really good, the Italians do this buono. They use their finger like a screwdriver and they twist it inside of their cheek. Buono. Yes. In the Netherlands, we have a very different hand gesture, and it's actually only used over there. And we say, oh, it was really good. It was lekker. But if you do this, I don't know in which countries, but in quite a lot, they think they're going to slap you. So when you say to the waiter, oh, it was really good, then he starts running. You know why? He's afraid that you're going to slap him. So, do this when you're in the Netherlands and you're all good, also with this sign. But it's better not to do it elsewhere. Well, those were the hand gestures that I prepared for you. And I had really much fun looking into them, learning about them. And I am positive that I forgot about a lot of hand gestures. So if you're from wherever and you're thinking, hey, I've got a funny one, please let me know in the comments down below. And because I'm very interested and very curious about a lot of hand gestures, and especially the cultural differences between them. It's so funny. Yes, and it can cause really problems if you don't know how to use them properly. So I hope you like this video, and for today I'm going to say goodbye to you. Okay, have fun, enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye. This is the ASMR hand movement gesture with sound.